The World Organization or WTO is a national organization that facilitates trade between countries, member countries, and throughout the world with etiquette facilities without biasness towards one by establishing rules and regulation which should be followed by the member countries throughout. Purpose to establish smooth and subtle trade between the member countries and deliverables on time without hesitations. With 164 member countries, WTO represents 98% of world trade in the world. Its role is critical in world trade, handling things to serving the accurate amount of things on plate. From leading countries to developing countries, combining all the world's best strategies to help them with their trade strategies. WTO was established in 1995, but its connecting footprints are coming along from the past connection of World War II, which was held in 1939 to 1945. The UN, United Nations, formed in 1945 but did not have any trade agency. But to satisfy their trade needs and accompany them through different structures, 23 countries met and signed an agreement which was GATT, General Agreement Tariffs and Trade, to generalize and maintain the equality that everyone should get while trading. By times, GATT becomes growing trade symbolism. By 1995, around 125 countries signed included themselves in this agreement. Now let's look into prime objectives which happens to create WTO. Promote free trade, encourage free and open trade by reducing barriers such as tariffs, quotas and subsidies. Provide a negotiation platform, serve as a forum for trade negotiation to further liberalization of trade. Ensure compliance, oversee the implementation and operation of international trade agreements. Resolve trade dispute, offer a structured process of resolving trade disputes between member countries. Support developing countries, provided technical assistance and training to develop countries and enhance their trade capacity. Promote free trade, encourage free and open trade by reducing barriers such as tariffs, quotas and subsidies. Provide a negotiation platform, serve as a forum for trade negotiation to further liberalization of trade. Ensure compliance, oversee the implementation and operation of international trade agreements. Resolve trade dispute, offer a structured process of resolving trade disputes between member countries. Support developing countries, provided technical assistance and training to develop countries and enhance their trade capacity. Now, what are the core functions of WTO? Administering trade agreements. Oversee the implementation and administration of WTO agreements. Trade negotiation. Facilitate ongoing negotiations among member nations. Dispute settlement, provide mechanism of resolving trade disputes. Trade policy monitoring, conduct periodic reviews of member countries' trade policies to ensure transparency between them. Technical assistance and training, help developing countries build their trade capacity and comply with WTO agreement. Major key principles which are used to be followed at any cost in regulation of WTO are non-discrimination, to provide equality to every member of WTO. Most favored nation (MFN) ensures that trade advantages granted to one member are extended to all the members. National treatment requires that imported goods be treated no less favorably than domestically. Reciprocity encourages mutually beneficial trade concession among member countries. Transparency mandates the publication of trade regulations and practices, and notification of changes in trade policies. Safety valves allow for exception to trade rules to protect public health, national security and the environment as long as they are not used as disguised restrictions. Why WTO is important for a global trade system? The WTO is crucial in fostering an open and predictable international trading system by promoting trade liberalization and ensuring that trade follows smoothly, predictably and freely. The WTO contribution to global economic growth and development. Resolutions helps prevent trade conflicts from escalating into more significant political disputes. If we are calling it important, it must be having some crisis and serious challenges and criticisms. favoring developed nation and perpetuating inequalities. Sovereignty issues. Countries sometimes resist WTO rulings that they perceive as infringing on national sovereignty. Complex negotiations. Reaching consensus among diverse members nations can be slow and challenging. Adaptation to global challenges. The WTO must continuously adapt to new trade issues like digital trade, environmental concerns, and geopolitical shifts. The WTO remains a central pillar of the global trading system, striving to create a more open and fair trade environment while facing the complex challenges of a dynamic global economy. Lastly, let's talk about India as the main character in terms of WTO. India has a significant relationship with the World Trade Organization, playing a crucial role in the organization since its establishment. India's relationship with the WTO is multifaceted, involving active participation in negotiations, dispute settlements, and advocacy for the interest of developing countries. This engagement underscores India's commitment to a fair and equitable global trade.